Hello everybody, my name is Chris, you're watching Park Pass, and boy howdy do we have to talk about Star Wars, because you guys were coming in hot. I made a video talking about how Star Wars, they're going to be bringing the original trilogy here to Batuu, and the thoughts about it, like how Princess Leia, Darth Vader's going to be here, Han Solo, Luke Skywalker. Just did like a breaking news video about this. It's going to be happening on April 29th, just so you know. Wow, there were so many comments. And people are so passionate about this. So I want to talk about comments. I want to talk about what you were saying, because I don't disagree with a lot of it. I get stopped a lot for photos. That doesn't bother me at all. But like even walking down here, I'm getting stopped, and people are all talking to me about Star Wars. This is a very passionate topic. So let's talk about what it is that people are saying. We had so many comments, and people were like discussing it. And so we ran it through a little Excel spreadsheet. This statistic blew my mind. 77% of the comments, people were like, it's about time. They're very happy with it. 77, which is an important number, because in 1977, that's when Star Wars came out originally. So I was like, it's gotta be an omen, right? But what about the other 23%? The other 23%, most of them actually weren't too upset by it, but there's a few that are upset by Kylo Ren. We'll talk about Kylo Ren in just a moment. There's the Millennium Falcon here. And then some other people are saying that they feel like what they really like about Galaxy's Edge is they call it like it's a fan fiction. You can create your own story here and to be part of it. And so they're worried that they're going to lose that aspect of Star Wars. I personally, hi, how are you? All right, let's talk about what people were saying. Then I would like you put your comments down below. Be respectful of other people. It's perfectly, it's fine. It's okay to disagree with other people. Just don't be mean to them. If somebody disagrees with you, that's fine. That's how the world should be. Oh, I have to show you this. Here's the Millennium Falcon. A lot of people are asking, they're like, do you think they're going to change the radar dish and make it the round one for the original trilogy? I don't think Disney's going to do that. I'll tell you my thoughts on why, and then we'll get into this this deep dive. Okay, so I don't think they're going to be making aesthetic changes like that to the Millennium Falcon. Maybe eventually they will, but I think right now, at the very beginning, it's just going to be new characters are going to be introduced here into Batuu. That was what some of the comments were. People were saying, they're like, we love this idea. They're like, well, why didn't they just do this originally? Why didn't they do this originally? Because now because it's going to cost so much money if they're going to rechange it, retheme it. People want Oga's Cantina to turn into Mos Eisley's Cantina. I don't foresee that happening. I mean, I would love it to, but at this time, they're just going to be introducing new characters. Now, of that 23% who weren't happy, I would say about 10, 15% of that, they were just like, okay, like, meh. There's a few small people that were a little bit upset by it. Not a lot. But the people who were upset, they were like saying, they're like, well, I wish that Disney would just take the money that they want to put into Star Wars Land and just put it into Tomorrowland. They should redo Tomorrowland, make it like a spaceport or something like that, and just make it cool or retro. And that was their thoughts on this. Other people were saying that they kind of feel like that maybe this is Disney slapping a little bit of a Band-Aid on Galaxy's Edge. They're like, yeah, we like this idea, but we want more. Isn't that the truth, right? We always want Disney to provide us with more. People are like, well, you know, they're gonna have the Han Solo rocking around and that, but we want it to look like Star Wars Land, which I don't think they're gonna really going to change that very much. All right, now we have to walk down to the Rise of the Resistance side. Me, personally, I'm thrilled. I love the fact that they're bringing the music in here. I want to hear Star Wars theme music. I want to just listen to it. I'm thrilled that they're doing this, and I think it's going to be fantastic. For me, there's really no downside. Now, if you watch that video, or I'm just do a quick little recap just in case you didn't. Hi, how are you? Kylo Ren is going to be removed completely from Batuu. Kylo Ren is now going to be going into Tomorrowland. And the only way to be able to see Kylo Ren is you have to have a perk of a Visa credit card. They have a meet and greets for Visa credit card holders can meet Kylo Ren. So that's the only way you'll be able to see Kylo Ren is if you have a Visa credit card, you can go meet Kylo Ren and get a photo with him. That is the biggest complaint that people have. They're upset by it. They're like, how can they do this? Why are they doing this? Why are they getting rid of Kylo Ren? Why don't they have him walking around? Well, the reason Disney's not going to have Kylo Ren here because at this side, as we're coming here in Batuu, this is the resistance side. So Rey will still be here. Rey's gonna still be down here in this area down here, but they're not gonna have Kylo Ren because Kylo Ren wouldn't come down to the resistance side. I have thoughts on that. One, this little area right here. Why not do a little meet and greet right here with Kylo Ren? That would work out perfect. I understand what maybe Disney's thinking, like, well, we can't have Kylo Ren on the good guy side, but can you? I think so, and I explain why. One, Kylo Ren, he's a tactician, and he needs to come down and spy on the rebel side, and he's not going to trust anybody else to do that, so he can just come down here, kind of spy on what they're doing. Story number one. Story number two, well, Rey and Kylo Ren kind of have a thing for each other, right? Aren't they? Isn't that the whole thing? They're kind of like in love with each other. It was very confusing to me. So maybe they're like, I don't understand it. Like Kylo Ren or Rey or whoever, they can take their lightsaber and they put it behind their head, and then they'd be like, and then the other person would be like, and they catch the lightsaber from behind their back, and so I think that's Kylo Ren and Rey were kind of in a relationship with each other. I don't know. I don't know. But they seem to like each other. So why can't Kylo and Rey be down here at the same time? Maybe he's like a jealous boyfriend, kind of walking around, brooding around, like looking at her, kind of glancing. Oh, she's across that little quad area. He's just kind of like walking back and forth, or he could be like spies, like there's that rebel scum who I'm in love with, who I could give my lightsaber to. I don't know. And this attraction is going to stay. It's amazing. And guess who's inside this attraction? Ooh, Kylo Ren. I think Disney sometimes worries about their fans. They're worried about like the sacred timeline. They're worried like we can't have Kylo Ren down here. I don't think Disney fans care. They just want to meet all the characters. That's something that Adventure Campus has done so well. Adventure Campus, you can meet all the characters. Nobody cares really, right? It's Avengers Campus, and you can meet Iron Man, you can meet Moon Knight, you can meet Wolverine and Deadpool, and you can meet all the characters, and that's what people want. We want to watch Taskmaster in a battle on top of the roof with Black Widow. So why don't they bring Kylo Ren down here? That was the #1 chief complaint that you guys had, was that Kylo Ren is now kind of a pay-to-see thing, going to be in Tomorrowland. People are like, some people just didn't feel like that's set right with them. It's hard to disagree. All right, this is my ultimate hot take about this. I ultimately think that sometimes we forget, what is Disneyland for? It's for the children. And Star Wars is for the children. And if you love Star Wars, you probably started loving Star Wars when you were a child. Do you think a child is going to care if Kylo Ren is walking down here in the Resistance side? No, not at all. And there are some adults. Hi, how are you? All right. Is a child going to care if Kylo Ren is standing by an A-Wing or a blue X-Wing? No. They're going to be like, it's Kylo Ren! It's right there! He's probably going to steal the spaceship and fly over. Like, the kids are going to use their imagination. And I think that sometimes... Hi guys, how are you? All right. I think sometimes as adults, myself included, we get bogged down by like, oh, well, that Y-Wing wouldn't be flying like that, and like this and like that. It's for the kids. You have to remember when you were a child and you loved Star Wars, did you care about that stuff? No, not take out, start getting a little bit older. You loved it so much, you started learning about the lore of the ships. Then learning about the lore of the characters. Then you started getting like a little bit more like nuanced into it. Little kids just don't care. They want to come here to Star Wars Land and just see Chewbacca. They want to run away from Darth Vader. They want to go maybe get a photo with him, but be a little bit nervous and scared. They want to see Stormtroopers. They want to see Han Solo. They want to fight the Millennium Falcon. I think this is 100% the step in the right direction. And there are other people, there are things that I was reading in the comments, is we want more. People want more. They want it to be rethinked. They want, I do too. They want Java. We want it all. And I think Disney eventually over the years maybe can just dive into all the cool things that Star Wars has to offer, like Jawas and Java and AT-ATs and ATSTs and all of them. And we have everything here in these lands, and people can just be immersed. Having the music is going to be fantastic. Now, the sound engineering they have here is some of the very best. They have like, hello, hi guys, hi. They have like animal sounds and crickets and whatever, insects and all that. There's Mandalorian right back there and Ahsoka. But the music's gonna be, it is good sound engineering. They could still have those sounds kind of running in the background. Some people are worried about that. They're like, well, is it just gonna be music the entire time? Maybe, but Adventure Campus is that way. Harry Potter is like that. And so it doesn't feel old, always it just kind of reinvigorates you. I think they can have some of those sound effects running down below. Okay, but there is one thing. There is one thing. If Disney changes, we riot. There's a no touchy rule here. Let me show you. We're gonna go this way. And this is the only thing that I would consider sacred here in Batuu. Oh, look at that. 77% of you were extremely happy. That was 1977 Star Wars came out. Then the middle one says 80. That's when Empire came out. And then 83 is Return of the Jedi. Okay, so this is the untouchable. Put in the comments if you think you know what it is before we even get there. The untouchable. And what's so perfect? This. Disney, you made the most perfect drink ever. This cocoa broth drink. The only way I can describe it is, do you remember when you were a child and it was summertime and you were out for school break and it was really hot, and then all of a sudden somebody decided that you all ran inside because somebody's like, let's turn on the hose and run through the hose. So you ran inside and you put your swimming suit on and you ran back outside. You're standing outside and somebody's got the hose and you're like, ah, and then you run through and you get all wet and you're like shaking with cold, but you're laughing your head off because it's such a good time. That's what this is. Do not take this away, Disney. You change everything here in Batuu, but do not change this. This is perfection. We will riot. There's only a couple of things that in my mind are sacred in Disneyland. That drink and the canoes. Canoes! They get rid of either one of those, I riot straight away. Disney, that would be a mistake to do it. Just don't change that. How good is that Docking Bay cold brew? It's better than butterbeer. That's how good it is. Just don't ever change that. Don't change that. So I can't wait to come down here to see Darth Vader. That's what I'm most excited for, is Vader. Now they didn't mention Lando.
Provost coming right up on my.
Oh my God!
Oh my God! Are you making a Star Wars video?
Yeah, I'm talking about Star Wars. You talking about Star Wars? Anyway, this is David from Fresh Baked.
This is Chris from PROVOST PARK PASS.
And he is so fun and so fun to hang out with. It's like Inception.
I know. Let's just make one video on it.
Wait. Here's what I do. I'm gonna stand behind you. Okay, ready? And we're just gonna slowly turn.
Wait. What, am I going the other way?
Yeah, go the other way.
Okay. I lost it.
There goes David from Fresh Baked. I'm blessed to have good friends, and he's awesome. We're the adventures, magic journeys. These ones here are very close, and of course, our good friend Adam, and we miss him every day. And we've also met other new friends from the East Coast and all that. It's just a lot of fun. Anyways, Star Wars. Star Wars for me is a very big deal. And I'm going to reminisce. Star Wars, I think, was the first movie I ever saw in movie theater. I was very little. I don't remember much. My mom took me. My mom's a big fan of science fiction, and she took me there. And the second it started, I stood up. She said, I went, "What is going on?" And I grabbed my mom's cheeks. And she said I just stood there in the aisleway holding her cheeks watching the whole movie because it was just too much for my little brain. And loved it. Then Empire came out and I was like so upset about Han Solo. And then and I kept thinking, I was like, there's no way that Darth Vader is really Luke's father. And then the Return of Jedi came out, and in Return of Jedi came out, he's just like, he's like, Luke, he's like, hello father, and Luke, he's like, so you've accepted it. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's true. I can't believe it. I love it. I love everything about it. So I just want everybody to, I think, and I'm not the only one, everybody has their own stories about it. They love it. There's the stormtroopers. I get nervous by the stormtroopers, so I'm just gonna keep walking. But we all, I think that's why there's such a love, is people have good stories, good memories. They remember the first time they watched it, or they remember how they felt about it. They like the way they can identify with it, no matter what you like, kind of like what your ideologies are. You can identify with Star Wars and be like, this is so good. And so it's when Disney announced they're building Star Wars Land, I think we all projected what we wanted, and it's not bad. Batuu's not bad, but it wasn't what I don't think is what people anticipated. I think people thought it was going to be on Endor, thought that it was going to be on Tatooine. And we thought we were going to see these cool characters that we've grown up and loved. And when that wasn't offered, it was a little bit of disappointment. I think Disney's doing a little bit of course correction, and they're giving this to the fans, and I couldn't be happier. Now, down in the comments down below, I want two things. If you would like to tell your favorite Star Wars memory, I'd love to hear it, because I think we all have strong memories of Star Wars. And if your comment gets a little heart, that's for me. I'm the only one that can heart the comment. And then also tell me what you think about the changes coming here to Batuu. It's going to come in on April 29th, and thrilled for it. And I'd like to hear your thoughts on it. Yeah, I gotta find a place where I can sit down and talk to you. Oh my gosh, you guys, we're just walking out. There's Woody right there. This is fantastic.
Lions, Woody is walking around and may move at any moment. As long as he can see you, he is happy to say hello.
I love it. That reminds you though, oh my gosh, there's Jesse right over here. So there's Woody and Jesse over here in Frontierland. Which reminds you, you know, of Woody's horse, Bullseye. Why did Woody give Bullseye a cough drop? Because he's a little horse.
I don't think this is the time for that type of humor.
I know, I've told that joke many times on this channel, but I like it and it makes me happy, so I'm going to continue to keep telling it. I gotta find a place to sit down.
YouTube.
Don't apologize. What's your name?
Megan.
It's nice to meet you.
It's so nice to meet you.
Where are you from?
Here.
Here?
Yeah.
I love your ears.
Thank
I love
you.
it.
I just bought them.
Are you serious? Let's
Yeah.
get a photo together. Want to do that?
Yes,
Sure.
please. Thank you so
Oh,
much.
you bet. And you are?
Jamie.
Jamie
I'm mom.
says hi, Mom.
I'm sister.
A sister. I was thinking as like sister, twins.
Yeah, thank
So,
you.
bet.
Exactly.
It's so nice to
meet
meet
you. It's a
you.
pleasure. You're from around here then?
Yeah, we're in Corona.
Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
not too far.
I love it. This is awesome because we got a little Haunted Mansion and Pirates going on. We got a little New Orleans Square.
We swapped ears because we were at DCA. Of course, we had to wear DCA ears. And we come over here. Yeah.
I mean, like, how could you not? So, well, take care, guys.
Have a nice
Take care.
meet you.
Thank you. Bye. Fine. I'll come up with a different joke. You see that rock and that little rock? They're brothers. And do you know that this one actually went on more dates than his big brother? Do you know why? Because he was a little bolder. All right, guys, this is giving me a chance to talk to you. And I am talking to you right now. I want you to know that if you're struggling, maybe going through some unhappiness in your life, maybe you have grief, maybe you might be suffering with a little depression, or you feel underappreciated, I want you to know that you matter. You are unique and you are special. You make the world a better place. I'm talking to just you right now. I want you to know how amazing you are. And the world's better because of you. I'm proud to know you. All right, guys. I think you're amazing. If you haven't, wait a minute. Did you hit that like button? You did? Are you sure? You did? Do you know you can do that for free? And you could also subscribe to our channel for free. For free. It's free. Subscribe to it. If you want to come down here and see the new stuff that's going to be happening in Batuu, Star Wars Land, the best way to get tickets is call 1-855-GETAWAY. When they answer the phone, tell them Park Pass sent you, and they will give you the lowest prices on Disney tickets, Walt Disney World tickets, and even on hotels. And any hotels that has free nights that go on specials, they'll tell you all the specials because you're a friend of Park Pass. Or you can click the link down below. There's a little link down below. Click that link. That'll also give you all the secret little discounts for Disney tickets, Disney World tickets, all of it. So save yourself some money for planning one vacation. That's what I say. I'm really excited about the Star Wars stuff. Long time ago, when I was young, right as I graduated from college, my first job was living in Philadelphia. And so I moved out to Philadelphia. I didn't really know anything about Philadelphia at the time, but I went out there. And while I was out there, I read this thing at the Washington, D.C., the Smithsonian, they're having a special display of all the props from Star Wars. And I could not believe it. And I remember I got in my car that weekend and had a company car. I was so young. I didn't really even understand a lot of business back then. And I drove down to Washington, D.C. and went to that exhibit of Star Wars ships. And they had all the storyboards. They had like the notes that George Lucas had made, and I loved it. I love it. It was interesting to see the design of like Darth Vader. It's a samurai helmet. George Lucas was heavily inspired by that. The Kurosawa films, and Darth Vader basically has a samurai helmet on. And so, I don't know why I never pieced that together until I saw that. I was like, oh my gosh, it's amazing. And they talked about the Millennium Falcon, and when they were designing the Millennium Falcon, back then ships were just like these kind of round, like UFOs, or those round UFOs. So they made it a round UFO, but then they put the front cones on it to give it like depth, and then they put the cockpit off to the side, because why not? And they really made it like rusty and beat up and worn, and wow. My favorite ship. One year for Christmas, my neighbor across the street, his name's Chris, he got the Millennium Falcon like ship. You could put like little action figures inside it. I don't think I've ever been that jealous in my entire life. It was just the coolest thing. It was just, and like, I remember we'd like go over there to his house and we'd look at it, and he was all so protective of it. He's like, you can't play with it. And we're like, we all just kind of look at it, we're like, oh, this is amazing. And my other friend, he ended up getting the Death Star, and had a trash compactor with little sponge pieces in it. And you put the character in it, and it had this little screw thing. You twist it, and it push. And eventually it got to be such a force that the door would like pop open, and Princess Leia and Luke and Han Solo were able to escape. Such good memories of that stuff. So I'm just thrilled that they're bringing Darth Vader to Batuu. I love it. Darth Vader has a weird history with Disney. I'm sorry, I'm talking a lot because I like this stuff. Darth Vader has a weird history with Disney. Darth Vader, for those of you who are older, will remember this. Darth Vader scared the living heck out of us. He was terrifying. Like, when I was a kid, if you saw Darth Vader, we never saw Darth Vader, but if you did, you would like freak out and like oh my gosh, because the scariest thing you've ever seen. Just so intimidating. When Disney acquired the rights to Star Wars started having collaborations with George Lucas, Disney did some stuff, and it was so funny at the time, and people loved it. But it kind of diluted Darth Vader a little bit. They made these really cute like commercials of Darth Vader and stormtroopers riding on Dumbo and walking around waiting for Star Tours to open. You find these old commercials, right? And when it came out first, everybody loved it. It was so funny. They're like, "Oh my gosh, have you seen the Star Wars stuff with Darth Vader?" Because it was something you never thought of. It seemed like a normal person. It was great. Everybody loved it. But then what it ended up doing is it kind of watered down Darth Vader a little bit and didn't make it as scary. And now Disney's kind of reverted away from that. They're kind of be a little more true to Darth Vader because he's a villain, right? Who gets redeemed. But he is a villain. He's not. He's a bad guy who gets redeemed, and we love him for it. We love him for it. No matter what, guys. No matter what, he could always be redeemed. I honestly can't remember if I ended the video or not. So I'll see you in the next video.